You're talented but stuck. You're taking on random projects that don't excite you, lowering your prices just to make ends meet. And depending on referrals or big clients that really keep you trapped in an unpredictable feast and famine cycle. Maybe you've even been posting online and getting some attention, but no real clients. And deep down, you're afraid that this dream of being a freelancer might slip away and you will need to get back to a full-time position. So if that's you, my friend, then this video is exactly for you. Let's talk about it. Hello my friend, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Adrian Somoza and I focus on helping talented freelance web designers grow their talent and charge what they are worth so they can have a financially peaceful and creatively challenging business. And I run a mentorship program called the BONT Club that includes an online course, weekly live group training sessions, and a community of like-minded web designers. So if you're serious about scaling your web design business and feel stuck in this process for a while, I invite you to book a free one-to-one strategy call with me where we'll map out the strategy that you need to take and see if the BONT Club is a good fit for you. Now, here's the vicious cycle of the freelance web designer, and I've seen this over and over again in my 3 years of consulting with freelance web designers. Number one is the famine phase, right? The project ends and your calendar is empty. You refresh your email, you refresh your DMs and your inbox and your banking app, and you tell yourself, right, it's fine. I'm gonna redesign my portfolio. I probably need a new image, and so I'm gonna launch that and something will come. So you slip into busy work, tweaking the portfolio for hours, learning how to do it with Webflow or Framer, learning JS and things like that to be able to create really cool interactions and animations, posting a couple of times on social media, and you also are a little bit proactive and you're like DMing a few contacts, right? All contacts or people in your network, and dropping a quick line like, let me know if anything comes up, right? So that's the famine phase. This is a very common phase that freelance web designers fall into, especially when they depend on referrals, like I said, or big clients and contracts to run their business, right? Because those leads, right? Those referrals, the pool of referrals or big clients dry up, right? Eventually they dry up. I've seen that over and over again. I talk with people like that in that situation all the time, people who have a contract ending or who have been cut off from a company or a contract out of nowhere, right? So winter comes, okay? And it's very common. Now, number two is the desperate phase. Silence continues and you start throwing spaghetti at the wall, right? You start to become anxious because nothing is working. You say, maybe I need a full rebrand, a new niche, a new skill, a new platform, right? Your activity rises, but still no sales calls. Mass email scraping, cold DMs, and overposting generic lines like, I do stunning websites for ambitious owners, right? And nothing works. Phase number three, the lucky phase. In this phase, out of nowhere, a referral appears. Something worked. Relief floods your body and you think, okay, I'm finally back. And you jump on a call unprepared, pitch features instead of outcomes, and wrap up the call to gather your thoughts and send a proposal over email. Phase number four, the conformism phase. You accept terms that don't feel right and rationalize. This will be good for my portfolio, right? To avoid losing the project, you don't risk asking for the price that you want, and you agree to extra services that you dislike, and you accept a vague scope that invites endless revisions. Number five is the anxiety phase. Delivery is almost done and the truth hits. There's nothing after this. The loop restarts. So why does the cycle feel inevitable? The cycle feels inevitable because it runs on events, referrals, and randomness instead of systems, meaning weekly inputs that you control. Events make you reactive while systems make you proactive. And proactive habits compound. Reactive habits decay. This means Number one, you're invisible to ideal clients. Random content doesn't attract high-paying clients. Number two, you don't own your lead flow. It's very simple. If you don't own your lead flow, if you don't have a system for client acquisition and lead acquisition, then you will always be in feast and famine. Number three, manual business. Every proposal, invoice, and lead hunt is reinventing the wheel. Number four, lack of positioning. Without a clear offer and audience, clients treat you like a commodity. You are replaceable. So I had a moment like this where I was stuck in a vicious cycle, right? I was charging too little. I was needing part-time work just to make ends meet. And I wasn't being able to scale my business. I was very busy. I was putting a lot of effort and time into it, but nothing was pushing the right KPIs, which were my revenue, my profits, right? And so I know the cycle inside out because I've been there and done that, right? The anxiety cripples in and you're constantly thinking about work. You're obsessed about it, right? Because you cannot figure out why it doesn't work, what you need to do, what are the things that are working. And when something works, right, and you land a client, it's like, well, what of all the things that I did in the last couple of months was the one that brought this client, right? You don't know how to repeat the same process because you have no clarity on what's working and what isn't working. So if I'm speaking to you, right, if all of this is resonating with you, I run a mentorship program called the BONT Club that includes an online course, weekly live group training sessions, and a community of like-minded web designers from all over the world struggling with the same things that you're struggling. And I help them get past that, build systems for themselves, and run a business that is peaceful and creatively challenging. I am passionate about this because I've been there and I love to help people get out of this situation as well. So if you want to talk with me and see if the BONT Club is a good fit for you, then feel free to apply. The link is going to be below. Now, how normal are these struggles? Like I said, every successful business owner has faced these challenges at some point and we grew past them. Right? I used to think the answer was adding more income streams, offering templates, courses, one-to-one consulting, like anything that could bring in money, right? But instead of feeling more secure, right, I was spreading thin, I was feeling overwhelmed and not making the kind of income that I needed for my family and to be financially peaceful and present for them. So then I made one change. I focused, okay? I focused. That's when everything turned around. We tend to think that more is necessary, and it's actually less that is necessary and less, but of the right things, okay? So what I did is I refined my offer. I positioned myself as an expert in that offer, and I built a system for consistently attracting high quality clients. Take this as an example. I'm talking to you and I know exactly how you feel and the challenges that you're facing. Why? Because I've been there and I've studied my niche to know exactly who am I talking to, what are the pain points, what are their goals. So that's the type of thing that you need to do for your business, okay? And I want to give you a word of encouragement. If you're facing these struggles, it's not because you're not good enough. It's because you don't have a clear system to grow your business, okay? You have the talent, you have the skills that you need, probably, unless you're just like a complete beginner, but most likely you have the skills that you need to be successful. The only thing that you are missing is a clear and strategic system to grow your business. So here's an important mindset shift, okay? Spring, summer, and autumn are great. You have clients, referrals might come to you, it's awesome. But winter will eventually come. The question is, are you preparing for it? Ants work harder in summer. Why? Because they are preparing for the winter. They are saving up for the winter. So spring and autumn should be your time to work hard on your business. Okay, it's not the time to relax and be comfy in your pajamas. It's the time to work hard on your systems and your business so that when winter comes, you're not found in a feast and famine cycle. Here are the 3 pillars that you need to understand in order to get out of this situation, okay? Number 1 is audience and offer, meaning positioning, okay? Positioning. So the triple W, who, right? So pick a niche, for example, online coaches. What? So define one clear service for them. So high converting websites. And then when? Figure out when is the best place in the buying journey of your clients to make the most of your service, okay? When you know exactly who you help, what you help them with, and where your help is most needed, your marketing becomes magnetic. So that's pillar number 1, positioning. Number 2 is marketing and sales, okay? Stop hoping referrals will come. Build repeatable outreach and content tied to real client pain points, like I said. For social media, you need to show 3 things with your posts: what you can do, who you are, and what your values are. Crossing your finger and hoping for the best won't get you to new levels, but systems can. Number 3 is project systems, okay, or a delivery machine. That's the 3rd pillar. So systemized onboarding, proposals, design process, and feedback cycles will help you systemize everything you do in your business and free up your time for manual work that you don't need to figure out every time, right? You figure out once, you create a system, a template, a process, and you just repeat it over and over again. So once delivery is smooth, you can focus on raising prices and providing higher value, okay? Now, if this resonates and you're ready to step out of this vicious cycle, I invite you to book a one-to-one strategy call with me. You know, let's face it, information is great, tutorials, looking at YouTube is great, but there comes a time when you just need help from someone to look at your situation, help you see your blind spots, and understand exactly how to move forward, okay, and get unstuck. So if that's your situation, book a call with me, let's have a chat, and let's see if the BONT Club is a good fit for you. That's it for today. Hope you found it valuable, my friend, and as always, let's bridge the gap 1 pixel at a time.